What's up, guys? Nintendo Nick here, and welcome back to our Top 10 Tuesday. Today I'm going to be discussing my top 10 Wii U games of all time. Now, the reason I made this list is because the Nintendo Switch is coming out soon, and I decided why not look back at the previous console, which is the Wii U, and take a look at the best games on it. So, some of the restrictions for my list is going to be no remakes, no Nintendo eShop games, because I might do another list for that, and no games that I haven't played yet. So, some of the more popular games that I haven't played yet that will not be in this list are mainly the one that I can think off the top of my head is Tokyo Mirage Sessions. But other than that, I played most of the Wii U games on the Wii U. So, hope you guys will enjoy my list. And let's get started with number 10. At number 10, we have Paper Mario Color Splash. Now, when this game first got announced, a lot of people hated it because it wasn't a typical Paper Mario game. And I don't really disagree about that because they did take out the partners and the whole leveling up mechanic from Sticker Star. But this game is a lot better than Sticker Star, having a better story, having a little bit better gameplay, having somewhat of a level up factor, and the quirky humor and everything about the story is absolutely great. And it's mainly the reason that I bought this game was because the story is just so good and I absolutely love it. So even though it does get a lot of hate because it's not a typical Paper Mario game, it is definitely better than Sticker Star. And if you play that game, then you know that it can be bad. But I'm telling you right now, it's way better than Sticker Star. So if you've played Sticker Star but you haven't gotten this game yet, please get this game because it is a great Paper Mario game, and it is definitely better than Sticker Star, like I said, and it definitely is deserves as a Paper Mario game. So the reason it's at number 10 though is because it has so much hate and the gameplay is a bit bad, but other than that, everything else is pretty fun, and I absolutely love the story. So anyway, on to number 9. At number 9, we have Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now, when this game first got announced, a lot of people didn't really like it because it was a Retro Studios game that not really many people wanted. A lot of people wanted the Metroid Prime 4 for the Wii U, but instead we got this game, which was a sequel to Donkey Kong Country Returns. But it wasn't really that bad of a game, and it was actually, in my opinion, better than Donkey Kong Country Returns, with the difficulty being a little bit easier. But some of the later levels can actually be pretty hard, and they might actually be harder than the ones in Donkey Kong Country Returns. But this game also did provide 2 new Kongs for Donkey Kong, where before it was just Diddy Kong, but instead you get Dixie Kong and Cranky Kong that come along with their own little abilities, where Dixie Kong gives more height to her, basically giving Donkey Kong a double jump, and Cranky Kong being able to pogo on spiky objects, which are both pretty helpful. And also this game has a lot of content to it. It does bring back the Kong levels from Donkey Kong Country Returns, and a special world which is better than the one Donkey Kong Country Returns, having 3 levels instead of 1, where in Donkey Kong Country Returns it was just 9-1. But yeah, this game also brought it was a bit easier than Donkey Kong Country Returns, allowing you to have 2 hits on your vehicle and other stuff like that to make it easier, kind of like the Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D version, where but instead you have these HD graphics and a bunch of new levels and new Kongs, like I said. So yeah, it's a great game, and that's why it's at number 9. Anyway, on to number 8. At number 8, we have Super Mario 3D World. Now, this game was mainly the reason why I bought a Wii U, because back when this game didn't come out, there really weren't that many games on the Wii U that were good. And so this was one of the reasons why I actually bought a Wii U. And it's a great game. It's a sequel to the Super Mario 3D Land, which was on the 3DS. which I really enjoyed. And this game brought a lot from that, where it included a bunch of new power-ups like the double cherries, the cat suit, and a bunch of others. It also brought 4-player local multiplayer, which was also pretty cool, that you could play a 3D Mario game with 3 other people. And also it brought 5 different characters that you could play as, and each having their unique abilities, where like Luigi could jump high, Peach can float, Toad can run fast, and Rosalina could do that spinning technique that could hit enemies around her. And all of them were pretty cool to play as. And also it brought, the difficulty was pretty good. It was kind of easy the first few worlds, but once you got to like the mushroom world, things got pretty hard, and it did bring quite a bit of a challenge. Also, when you get to the crown world, things get really insane, and it's almost impossible to beat, having one of the hardest Mario levels ever. And even though it wasn't the 3D Mario game that a lot of people wanted, because a lot of people wanted Super Mario Galaxy 3, but instead we got this game, which I don't really complain that much, because it is a great game, and I recommend it to any Wii U user that still doesn't have it, because it is a great Mario game and a great Wii U game. Anyway, on to number 7. At number 7, we have Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Now, hear me out first before you hit that dislike button. The main reason I put Super Smash Bros. So low on the list at number 7 is mainly because Super Smash Bros. For 3DS came out before it, and I basically did everything I wanted to do on the 3DS, and so there's really no use for the Wii U version. And also, in my opinion, I didn't really play that much on the Wii U version. Probably spent max 10 hours on the Wii U version, and most of it was just gameplay videos on my channel, so I didn't really play much of it off screen, and I mainly just played it for my channel purpose. So yeah, there really wasn't much that I did on the Wii U version. Really, I just showed off some of the exclusive modes like Smash Tour and the events, which was my first Let's Play on my channel. And so, other than that, other than the events and Smash Tour, there really wasn't anything special that was on the Wii U version, other than maybe trophies, but you could always look them up online. But yeah, so there really wasn't any difference. And also, Smash Tour was one of the worst special modes on the Wii U version than on the 3DS version, which was Smash Run, which was a lot better in my opinion. And if Smash Run was on the Wii U, maybe this would be a little bit high on the list. But I really did enjoy the 3DS version a lot better, mainly because it was portable, could play it anywhere. But I do have to say the Wii U version was also great, especially if you didn't have a 3DS. But most people actually bought the 3DS version, and the reason being maybe because it was portable, maybe because the Wii U sucks and many people didn't really buy it. But the Wii U version did have HD, and the characters look great. Also had some exclusive stages that were also pretty cool. So there were some benefits to having the Wii U version, but the main reason it's so low on the list is because the 3DS version came out first, and because the 3DS version is portable, and in my opinion basically the same game but worse graphics. So in my opinion, I feel like the 3DS version is better, and that's why Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is number 7. Anyway, on to number 6. At number 6, we have Hyrule Warriors. Now, when this game first got announced, I was really hyped up for this game. And when the game came out in Japan, it came out earlier than it did in the US. And I was kind of jealous of Japan because they got it earlier than us, and I was so hyped up for it. I looked at so many gameplay trailers and gameplay of people that got the game early, like the Japan copy, and I really enjoyed it. And when I first got the game, I had a blast. It's a bunch of fun. I love beat 'em ups as a kid, and this game basically is a giant beat 'em up, and I absolutely loved it because it has some of my favorite Zelda characters, and you play as each one of them. It's basically like a Smash Brothers game, but just Zelda characters, which is great, and I absolutely loved it. You had so many great and unique characters. None of them were the same. They were all different. There was a ton of DLC, tons of content. I absolutely loved it. It got boring sometimes, but after taking a break and coming back to it again and again, it got more and more exciting, and I just had a blast just beating up hordes of enemies. Just a great time, and absolutely loved it. DLC was also great. The adventure map was awesome, and it even got remade to the or a boot to the 3DS. Wasn't as good, but it did give more DLC, which then got onto the Wii U, which is also great. And they added Wind Waker characters, a bunch of new adventure maps, some new chapters, and a lot more. So it's a great game, and I enjoyed it, and it's a great Wii U game. That's why it's at number 6. At number 5, we have Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now, before this game came out, I didn't even know what Xenoblade was, but I soon figured out that Xenoblade Chronicles X was a pretty good game, and I never played the original, but once I started seeing that a lot of people liked X, I bought it, and let me tell you, it was one of my favorite games on the Wii U, as it is at number 5 on my list. And it's a great game. It's beautiful. It has so much content. The world is massive, and it has a pretty good story. It's not as good as the original Xenoblade Chronicles, but this game was the reason that I bought and played the original Xenoblade Chronicles, because I loved this game so much. And the original Xenoblade Chronicles is a bit better in my opinion, but this game brought a lot from the original Xenoblade Chronicles, being a bit more high tech, and you can ride these like giant scales. You can have these awesome battles with a bunch of different characters that you can play as. You can have your own avatar, which you can customize and make it however you want, and it was just really cool. And I just loved the different characters and the different enemies, and it was just a great game, and it had a lot of content to it. I still haven't even beaten it 100%, not even close, but I'm still trying. And there's just so much to this game that you can never get bored of, because there's just so much content that you'll spend so many hours just playing. And the story alone, I think, is like 60 hours. So yeah, and that's only a third of the game. So there's a lot to it, and that's the reason it's number 5, because it has so much content, and it's just beautiful and a great game. And it's one of the reasons why they're making a Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So yeah, on number 4. At number 4, we have Bayonetta 2. Now, this game is absolutely fantastic. I love every part about this game. The graphics, the music, the visuals, the cutscenes are hilarious. I absolutely love every bit of this game. And I also love the weapons, especially the chain chomp leg weapon. Everything about this game is great, even though it is rated M, and not many people bought it or knew about it because it was on the Wii U, sadly. But it was such a great game, and especially from the prequel, which was Bayonetta 1. And not to mention, this game actually came with Bayonetta 1, so you basically got 2 great games for the price of one, having Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. And it was just such a great game. I absolutely love both of them, but I do have to admit the second game is a lot better than the first, and I just had a ton of fun with it. A bunch of crazy stuff happens, and it's just a blast, and I absolutely loved every part of it. I played it, I think, 3 times already. First time on first climax, second climax, and third climax. And you can unlock a bunch of different characters. You can even have tag climaxes where you play as with another player online. And it's just a bunch of fun playing the game. And it is a beat 'em up like Hyrule Warriors, which I mentioned before. But this one I feel like is a lot better, because there's a bunch of different weapon capabilities that you can do, and a bunch of different combos and all that stuff. So yeah, and it's a great game. And Bayonetta 1 too is also a great game, which comes with this game. and so you're getting two games for the price of one, which is mainly why this is on at number 4. Anyway, on number 3. At number 3, we have Super Mario Maker. Now, when this game first got announced, I was surprised that Nintendo didn't do this earlier with the Wii or the DS, but they finally made a game where you can create your own Mario levels, which is really awesome, being able to use the gamepad and make your own levels, and you also are able to play other people's levels. So basically you're getting a Mario game with infinite levels and also being able to make your own levels, which is a great idea, and it's awesome because it's better than the other Mario games where you have only a certain amount of levels. But in this game you have basically an unlimited amount of Mario levels, so making it better than any Mario game. And although it does get repetitive at sometimes, there are some pretty unique levels that have some different concepts to them. Like there are quiz levels, there are music levels, and a bunch of different stuff that you didn't even know you could do in a Mario game. But yeah, there's a bunch of unique levels that you didn't know what you could do, and also there was the amiibo capability where you could basically play as any character in a Mario game, but as a costume. And also it got a port to the 3DS. Even though it wasn't that good, it still had a port there, and I'm surprised there hasn't been a port of the Switch announced yet. But I think it is one of the more sold Wii U games, and if you haven't gotten it yet, then I don't know what you're doing. But if you haven't gotten Super Mario Maker yet, I highly recommend getting it, because it is a great game with unlimited content, and that's why it's at number 3. At number 2, we have Mario Kart 8. Now, this game brought anti-gravity levels to the Mario Kart franchise, which was kind of stealing off of F-Zero, but it also brought back the glider from Mario Kart 7, bunch of new items, bunch of new characters, and a bunch of new tracks. Also, a series first being the DLC courses, where it had 4 DLC cups plus some new characters and some new vehicles too. Some being Link and Villager, which were series first, and also series first being not Mario characters. Also, this game is going to be on the Switch as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where they brought more new characters. They fixed the battle mode, which in this game wasn't that good, and also have all the DLC included. And I recommend buying that game, but this was the original, and before that game got announced, this was the better Mario Kart 8 game. But since the Deluxe game is coming out, also being portable, I highly recommend it, and it's the better Mario Kart 8 game. But this game is still just as great, and it's the original, so you can't really beat it. And I had tons of fun with it. Also, amiibo support, having different helmets for your Mii costume, and had a bunch of different customized parts brought back from Mario Kart 7, and it was tons of fun. Absolutely loved playing it with my friends, and even playing it on the gamepad and honking the horn, all that cute little stuff. Just a great game, and that's why it's at number 2. At number 1, we have Splatoon. Now, this game is fantastic. I absolutely love it. It's one of Nintendo's new IPs, and it was a great one because it had so much personality and so much uniqueness to it, being able to turn to a squid, and it had a lot of content to it too, with a story mode and online multiplayer, which was really fun to play. Bunch of different weapons, bunch of DLC that was free, and also came out throughout the year that it got released. And also it got a sequel to it 2 years later, which was Splatoon 2, which is coming out to the Switch, which I'm really hyped up for. And it's a true sequel, unlike Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it's a great game, and I hope you guys will enjoy Splatoon 2 if you didn't get a Wii U, and Splatoon 1, but Splatoon 1 is still a great game, and I recommend it to anyone who hasn't had it yet. Even though it's a new IP for Nintendo, it is a great game, and I highly recommend it. Because don't be shy to try Nintendo's new IPs, and I absolutely love this game. Has a lot of personality to it, a lot of freshness, if you know what I mean, and it's just a great game to play. Sometimes it can be frustrating, but overall it's pretty satisfying, shooting down your opponent and shooting down all this uninked turf, and it's just a fantastic game, and I can't wait for Splatoon 2. Anyway, that is my list of the top 10 Wii U games. Now I hope you guys enjoy. Can't wait for the Switch to come out, and hopefully the lineup for the Switch is going to be just as good as the Wii U, if not better. And looking at the games that have been announced already, it already seems like the Switch is going to have better games than the Wii U, and I'm really excited for it. It's going to be the first portable console, and going to have a bunch of fun with it, hopefully. And hopefully there'll be a lot more games, and hopefully they're really good. But yeah, so that is my list of the top 10 Wii U games. Like I said, if you guys agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, stay tuned for more top 10s right here on Tell Nick. Bye.